All right. Episode 7, Season 3, Sample the Heat. Joined with my good buddy, Josh Stormer.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Like, this is, what a ride, right? Like,
oh, man, it's been great.
Man, I've been dying for this place to open. We're at Farnsworth Cocktail Bar, Waterville. It's the old bank in Waterville. And it's now a place to do oysters and cocktails. Like, I'm excited about this. Are you excited about this?
Man, you have no idea.
We're gonna get into that in some questions. Let's celebratory shots. Let's roll with this. Oyster shooters, right off the bat.
Spicy tomato oyster shooters, boys. Let's go. My mic took a tumble, but we'll roll with it.
Yeah, that's all right.
Man, that's so
That's
good.
why we do this. What the hell?
Do you like that burnt tomato?
That burnt tomato, that oyster, fresh grated
Horseradish
on it. I watched this guy just shave this stuff. Like, I've got it all over my face. Got it all over my face already.
You know, oysters kind of it's like a visceral thing. It's like, doesn't matter. Like, get dirty, get sloppy. Like, it's something to be enjoyed. You know?
like that. Yeah, I like that idea.
No shame in the oyster game.
And you guys get to do that like every week here now, right?
Yeah, man, I'm so excited. We open tomorrow, soft opening, February the 28th, Tuesday, 5 o'clock.
Opening. Heard that, 5 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, come on, guys, show
down,
up.
Get some of the best oysters, if not the best oysters in the city. Drinking a little pseudo-sue they got on tap.
Yeah, I mean, we have a small beer program, but the stuff we have is perfectly paired with the oysters. It's on point. We have Saison DuPont. Like, that's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know. Nice clean beer, nice clean oysters. You ready to get this party started?
Yeah, man. You're gonna tear me up, and I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's go. We changed things up a little bit for this episode. We're not doing chicken wings tonight. We're doing straight hot sauce on oysters. Like, I don't know anybody who's done that, like, live on air. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna start with a fun sauce. I went through and tasted, the hundreds of hot sauces that are sitting in my refrigerator, and this is probably the most diverse hot sauce setup I've ever done on Sample the Heat. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, that's amazing. So these are Pacifics from Puget Sound. Hama Hama is a farm we're paired with right now.
Okay.
And these are a tide tumbled oyster. So that means they're in bags. When the tide ebbs and flows, they roll. And Pacifics are normally flouted and have like a really like flour-like shell. So these ones are, very rounded, and the cup gets deeper, so the meat gets, stronger and changes the flavor a bit.
That's amazing. So, is there any chance we'll find a pearl in something like this?
Oh, of course. There's always a chance.
Oh,
I
hope we find a pearl on this
There's
show.
always a chance. I've only found about a dozen with a few 100,000, so it's a small chance.
Well, that's why pearls cost so much, right?
But they're not hidden. If there's one in there, you will see it.
Awesome.
Right away, you will see it.
tooth
No,
in
you're
one
not
of
going to
these.
bite into it, I promise.
All right. Very mild sauce going into this. This is a very jalapeno based. It's kind of got a mustard consistency, as I tell everybody when we do this, but it's a very flavorful sauce, and I thought it would pair well with a good oyster.
Nice.
So enjoy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, that's delicious. It is very mustardy.
Yeah. Going to question number 1. We always start with, we want to know more history about you. Born and raised in Toledo.
Yeah,
Toledo-esque, and where did you go to school?
Waterville specifically. This is my hometown where the oyster bar is. I went to Anthony Wayne.
Okay.
Grew up in the area.
That's awesome. That's amazing. So you went to Anthony Wayne Trail.
Well, I did go to Wayne Trail Elementary. That's Mom East schools though. When I was in first grade, but I went to Anthony Wayne High School.
Anthony Wayne High School.
So,
Trail.
a weird coincidence.
I love
but
it. I love it.
Yeah. So yeah, I went to Anthony Wayne schools and graduated '01. Went to Miami of Ohio, and you know, I was in politics and diplomacy, and I don't do anything like that now.
Of course not. We're going to get into that here in a few other questions. So that's amazing. So let's move on to sauce number 2.
You want to go for another one? Let's do it.
Let's go. Let's go.
First time where your guest has to work.
Yeah. He's shucking these things right now, like
Fresh.
Like how long? When were these in the ocean?
These were in the ocean 49 hours ago.
But on the dock.
Specifically, because they called us and said, hey, we're...
Pacifically or Atlantically?
Well, 49 hours in total, but they are from the Pacific, the South Puget Sound, and they called us and said, hey, like, we don't know if we have enough, and then the boat came in, and then they had them. So then we got them about, 16 hours after that.
Wow.
Overnighted. Like, you order anything off Amazon or whatever, and they say overnight might take a day or two. These are literally less than a day always from the West Coast.
I don't even know how you do that.
They must have a really good account with FedEx.
Love it. I love it. We're gonna do Trappy's, born in Louisiana, Bowl, Louisiana hot sauce. Now I have a lot of Louisiana hot sauce in the fridge. I think this one tastes the greatest. Like this is I don't know. This is fantastic. Louisiana style hot sauce. So we're gonna roll with sauce number 2.
So real quickly, Carlos Mendez says, very good addition to Waterville. Welcome to town. New neighbors from Cocina de Carlos at Smedlabs, Smitty, Waterville.
Awesome.
Hey,
thanks for watching, Carlos.
Thank you so much. We definitely support Cocina de Carlos. That's so good.
Isn't that great?
That's amazing.
Like what? What?
I mean, Louisiana hot sauce always goes good with a fresh oyster.
I know it does.
Oh, man.
I had to pull the good one out, too. The good one out. Notice I don't use this a whole lot. Like, this is like a staple.
In 1889, that's where Oysters Rockefeller was invented, is in New Orleans. New Orleans and oysters have a big history together. They definitely use a lot of hot sauce, but, they're good on their own, but you can't ever deny a New Orleans hot sauce.
No, you cannot. And that's one of my favorites. It's salty. It's hot.
That's delicious. I like that one.
It's so good. So when did you move to Seattle? Like you were out in Seattle running amok
running
amok. And was it for your love of oysters? Did you go there just for oysters?
Absolutely not. No, I went there because I was bored with the Toledo area, to be honest with you. And
being boring, Toledo. Come on.
I've stayed for a reason, But anyway, yeah, I was bored. I went out there, and it felt like home. It's like a place where, as long as you have merit, if you can burn, if you can cook, if you can do anything, you can go as high as you want quickly. I worked for a lot of very well-known chefs and TV, Hell's Kitchen, Top Chef kind of people, that's everyday stuff, I cooked and shucked for celebrities, I shucked Aubrey Plaza from Parks and Rec. I shucked her oysters and, hung out with her. Mac DeMarco came in right from the airport with all their bags and came right and had oysters. And the drummer left his bag at the place, so I had to ride my bike, because I was riding my bike every day at the time, to give him his bag before the show, It's just that was an everyday thing out there. It felt like home. It was great. Everything was smooth, easy, and beautiful. And then the pandemic hit, so it was expensive, and when you're not doing fine dining, making real good money, my family convinced me to come home and get surgeries that I needed, that I've been pushing off, I got both my hips replaced
Oh.
during the pandemic. It's actually not as scary as it sounds. Like, I was frightened.
I'm sure you were.
Like
that kind of
cutting your bone off and hammering in
Yeah.
another one. Like, yeah, that's
You got doctors
it's scary.
shucking you, right?
Exactly, 100%, exactly. But like after it happens and it's over and you go to physical therapy, like it's a funny thing, like how I met Josh, like we're not talking about that
not
yet?
yet. Like, don't jump these questions. Don't jump these
Hey,
questions.
all right.
Like, then I got to come up with stuff off the
Anyway,
top of my
yeah.
head.
So I'll make a long story short. No, Seattle was great for me, and it felt like home more than this ever did, and I've had a great time growing up here.
Was there a certain thing that like made you go to like Seattle specifically? Like, was it like the music scene? Was it like
music scene specifically? I went to live in a punk house, FBK. It was the longest running punk house since the 80s in Seattle, and I had friends that weren't of the best couth, but were mutuals because of the music, and they're like, hey, like, you can come stay here because, there was 3 or 4 shows a week, like, with national touring bands at the house.
That's Seattle.
And, train hoppers would stop every week, and it was just like a place that everybody was welcome. And he's like, hey, man, come check it out, and if you like Seattle, you can stay, get a job, and move out. So I was like, hey, it's worth a shot just to check it out for the experience. But at the time, I was like about to turn 30, and I'm like, I don't want to live in a closet with like punk shows every night and no running water and people throwing beer cans. Like, I think I, am over that. So I moved to Capitol Hill, like, the poppin' area, and the rest is history. Like,
that's amazing. And then you just made like oysters your
well,
thing.
so I didn't even like oysters living here because we have no experience. We're not near a coast.
For sure.
Unless you go to Florida or the Gulf or wherever and have them on vacation, there's nothing around here that's doing them right or making them accessible to the public. Thank goodness for overnighting. Like, now you can get really good stuff fresh, quick, and you can actually get great oysters and get a good experience. So now it is a thing that we can do in Waterville, Ohio.
That's amazing. It's amazing. And that's what you guys get to do tomorrow, starting tomorrow. Like,
man.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, right here.
I'm the sauce number 3.
All right, sauce 3, let's go.
Sauce 3, Serrano, Walt's Fish Market.
So I heard this was the one for taste.
Like, I don't know. Walt's Fish Market knocks it out the park. Sarasota, Florida, brought back to me from Josh Waggy, the man behind this whole experience, right?
Oh, that he's the only reason I stayed around here. His vision. He's just so good at so many things. It's like hard to even believe. Like, I didn't even think that the food scene here had anything to offer me, because I had so many great experiences out there, and, my resume now is silly compared to when I left. And I came to get my surgeries, and then I heard this was happening. My favorite thing to do, I've done every kind of cooking, and, like, this isn't like the only thing I do, but it's my favorite. And
that's amazing.
This is my hometown, and I heard that it was happening in my hometown, and then I met him. Let's fucking get this one down, boys.
So I hear rumors of.
Oh man.
That's spot
this
on,
is so much better than doing chicken wings. I'm so glad we did this.
No, for real. For real.
Not gonna lie, Peanut Gallery is jealous today.
Oh, Peanut Gallery is so jealous.
You should be.
You should be. So I hear rumors of the world's fastest oyster shucker, kind of a thing. What's going on? What's going on?
All right. I will never say that I'm even close right now, but in the past, I will humbly say that was confidently one of the best in the world at this. You know, like most of the best are in Canada. There's a few guys in the Pacific Northwest, and there's a couple guys in the Northeast that are really good. You know, there's one or two in Hong Kong, but they don't really compete with, you know, these guys. And so they kind of like trade back and forth on who's the fastest every year. There's one guy that is like miles ahead of everyone, you know, and I'm not going to say his name because he just recently retired, and, you know, now he's teaching, and, you know, he's being an ambassador for oysters, and I'm very proud to know him, but, you know, nobody could touch him. Like, you know, a world record speed for a dozen is like a little under a minute and a half, and he could do it in like a minute. Like, he would beat everybody by like 15, 20 seconds. It, you know, like, it's just like amazing. And he ended up like retiring and being a judge and an ambassador to it. So he wanted everybody else to have a chance, you know.
Sure.
Which is great, and I appreciate that.
That's really cool for somebody that can do that, right? Like they can just like, all right, I know I'm gonna run this. Like, let's like step back and let some other people shine, right?
Right. So, you know, most of the world competitions happen in you know, Canada and China.
Really, China? Why China? Is there a reason behind that?
Hong Kong's got the money, baby.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Enough said there.
I don't know what else to say. Like,
Yeah.
they have, like, it's world competitions. And
Do they eat more oysters than anybody else out in Hong Kong?
they spend more money for oysters.
All right.
But yeah, so in Canada, a lot of them happen, and you know, I got a DUI. You can't go to Canada with a DUI.
Can't go to Canada. There's a
You
lot
can't
of
go to
places you can't
China
go.
either.
Yeah.
So
Canada won't let me in. Nope, not for another like
unfortunately
3 years, I think.
So yeah, you know, I won with like my company, and so they sent the person who got second place, and they got second in the world in China.
Wild.
You know, and I like beat them by like 9 seconds.
That in 9 seconds is huge.
Well, especially with like that small of like a thing, you know, like I like whooped them, and they got second in the world, and it's like, well, like, you know, I don't know for sure, but I can confidently feel like I'm pretty good at something, you know what I mean?
No, high five to that, man. Fuck yeah.
But it, you know, it's been a while, and I haven't been doing thousands a day anymore, so I'm not as fast as I was, and I know that, and I don't claim to be. I wouldn't even compete now until we get open, and I'm doing thousands a day again, you know?
You about to. Toledo's about to turn this place upside down. I know it. I feel it. I smell it.
You know, I think Toledo's ready for this kind of thing.
Absolutely.
For sure.
There's definitely grown over the last.
What'd you say?
Toledo's food scene has definitely grown over the last 10 years.
Yeah. Peanut gallery coming in with the food scene's been blowing up like over the last 5 or 10 years, and like everything's like just killing it right now. And this is another thing that's, I don't know, no one's really like accentuated on. Like you can go and get oysters in Toledo, right? But like nobody's like just made it like their focal point. And Farnsworth's gonna do that. I can't wait. So yeah, let's move on to question 4.
I was saying, you can get another appetizer somewhere, but no one's made, exactly like you said, no one's made their focal point. There's no real oyster bars in this area until now.
Well, and we're definitely going to try and appease the masses, you know. We haven't even started playing around yet, you know, like we do a bunch of different cooked oysters, we do a bunch of different shooters, like we're playing around with pickled and cold smoked oysters, you know.
Oh, the pickled thing is like sweet. Like I didn't even know you could just pickle an oyster. Like you guys were like pickling oysters, pickling apples, like you're pickling like.
I've been doing this for a long time, and I've never seen it done like in a restaurant setting, and we were just having fun with it, and it was so good that we started serving it to, the private dinners and stuff, and everybody's really enjoyed it.
So this is a truffle hot sauce. I didn't know how truffles would go with like oysters. So this was
I
the
think
only
they
one I
go
took a
really
crack-
well
Yeah?
with oysters, personally. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
You like that?
Yeah. The flavor's great. That goes great with the brininess of the oyster.
I didn't know. Like, I was tasting it on a spoon, like when I did all these earlier, like trying to develop this thing, and like I was like, that was the only one I was like, this is gonna be a crapshoot. I almost took it out. I almost took that out.
No,
I'm glad
I
I didn't.
mean,
I'm glad I
so
didn't.
I'm not a huge fan of like truffled flavored things, but that tasted great with the oyster.
That's amazing. That's Forelli. That's an Italian hot sauce that was originally made for pizza, and then they did like, I don't know, they did an extra hot and they did that. And like, I don't think it's spicy by all means, but it's got a little kick to it, and then that truffle flavor is stupid fun, right?
Oh man, like it goes so good with the oyster. I can't imagine it tasting better on anything else, honestly. Like, what would you put it on to make it taste better, like?
I don't know, it's good on pizza, but like, and it's good on chicken wings, I
So
guess. But
yeah,
like,
but that's like everyday food. Everybody eats that stuff,
Right.
like.
but that was really good on an oyster, especially these oysters. Like,
Unfortunately, like
Actually good
we're.
with carbonara also.
he says carbonara over there.
Do you put peas? Do you put peas in your carbonara?
I don't.
Or cream.
You put cream in your carbonara?
Oh,
Oh!
Oh,
Oh, you took the Walt habanero out?
oh! I'm telling you right now, like it's worth it.
Yeah.
What he just
I
you
know.
know.
I know. Like, that was my favorite waltz. It's all good. It's all good. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. Like,
I don't know. That one might need to be like 3 spaces up in the heat meter, though.
3 spaces up?
I don't know. I don't know how the rest of them are heated personally.
Oh, all right. We'll do an 11th. The 11th wing. It's like it's like what the.
He
the
doesn't. He
seventh
doesn't
man or
care
whatever,
if
the-
I'm
the
hurting
11th
tomorrow.
man,
It's
like,
all good.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm just kidding. No,
All right, so
everything's cool.
Question 4. Let's talk about this wonderful place in Waterville and how it anchored you back into your hometown.
Wow, that's a great question. So yeah, like I was saying, I came back for my family and friends convinced me to come back and get my hips replaced because there was no fine dining in Seattle, and honestly, I was making like 65 grand in unemployment to not have to work, and so that affords me to come back and pay for, surgery and a place to live for a couple of years, and I got it for over 2 years, so it was fine. And I came back and got my surgeries, did my physical therapy, getting ready to go back to Seattle. And then I heard about this place, and I got weird and searched him out on Facebook. I saw an article about who was doing it, and we had one mutual friend on Facebook. So I messaged Josh and I said, hey man, that's my hometown and that's kind of my favorite thing and I'm pretty good at it. We should meet. And so we met, and it was,
So you met, like if somebody friends requests me and I've got one mutual friend, you sit on a waiting list, and he came back to you
It was a shot in the dark, and I wasn't banking on it because I was planning on going back to Seattle.
Sure.
If we met and if everything was perfect, maybe. But I didn't want to stay. And then I met him. And then I saw what he did his first one when he's not even that wasn't his first job. It's his passion.
Right.
And it was the best thing that's ever happened to Toledo as far as restaurants. I was blown away. I was like, if there ever was going to be a reason for me to stay, this is it.
This is it. This is it.
You know, my hometown, my favorite thing, and the best upcoming restaurateur in the city. I have to.
Yeah. No.
I have to.
No, I agree.
You know, like not like we just talked about, me being good at blah, 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 but like there's nobody within 1,000 miles that can do what I do with these stupid things. And so
we're watching it right now.
I don't want to like talk big, but like who would have done it? It wouldn't have been as good in my hometown.
I couldn't have done it. You would have been like, Rob, you want to come shuck oysters? And I'm like, oh, I don't know.
So then I would have come home and tried it and been like, it's great, but maybe it would have been better. Now I know it's good.
No, this is fantastic.
And, his vision is just, it's overwhelmingly amazing, and all I want to do is execute it. I don't even need to say anything. I just need to do it because he knows exactly what to do. It's a team effort. Like, nobody's above anybody. We just are doing an amazing, great thing together. This is how we want to eat, and it's so cool, man.
No, it's so cool, and everybody gets to experience this. You guys open 5 o'clock tomorrow?
5 o'clock tomorrow.
Farnsworth.
Come write your name down because there's going to be a line.
There's probably going to be a line. I'm going to try to slide in here tomorrow night. I don't know. How late are you guys open?
Till 10.
Till 10? I'm going to try to slide in here tomorrow night.
If you come in, we'll keep it open a little later, I promise.
I'm going to slide in that back door. You might see me in the kitchen on the chef's table or something. I don't know. You ready? You ready for sauce number 5?
This one I already know what it is. This is out of Josh's garden.
Yeah, it's out of Josh's garden. Mr. Wiggy's got apple of his all-seeing eye. This has been on the show a few times.
I bet it has.
Some peppers and some veggies and some wonderful things dedicated to his son,
To
JT.
his son, JT, yeah.
Yeah,
Man, this is one of my favorite hot sauces, only because you can taste how fresh the peppers, how fresh the tomatoes are. You get the sweetness, and then in the end, it's actually kind of hot.
kind of spicy. There we go. Put a good dab on there. Yeah, this is a really tasty sauce. I need to sit down with Josh and figure out how to make a good hot
We've
sauce.
tried to recreate it 6 times already, and it's not the same yet.
Oh. That's so
Everything
good.
is just so good on an oyster.
It's so good. So let's dip in a little bit of Farnsworth a little bit. Are you
Sure.
guys planning on having a set menu? Are you guys gonna rotate some stuff, change quarterly?
So yeah, and there's nothing that's gonna be said except we're gonna do, the original good cocktails the best we can. We're gonna do a raw bar. We're always gonna have oysters.
Wonderful.
We're gonna have shooters, always.
Shooter was fantastic.
Different liquors, different mixers, and we're gonna have cooked oysters different ways. Besides that, nothing else is set. So everything's gonna change by season, by what we like. Some things might stay just because they're so good and we don't want them to go. But, we just want to keep pushing and, pushing each other and doing cool stuff. But, because it's so small, it's an open kitchen. We don't want to get crazy with long 15-minute, 20-minute prep times for one dish.
Sure.
We want to be able to give you something amazing quickly. So a lot of it's going to be with a prep, and we've got a great prep cook. Garrett, who owned Reverends and BG, is our prep cook.
Shut the hell up.
I swear, man.
Garrett's gonna be here.
Yeah, very
Garrett, what
amazing chef, and he's going to make sure that we can just execute. You know what I mean?
That's amazing. I didn't know this. Josh, you didn't tell me this. Josh over there just shaking. No, I didn't tell you this.
The other Josh.
Yeah, the other Josh. Like.
He's off camera. He's been on a couple of times, but this is all because of him.
Says nothing about Garrett. Doesn't tell me. Garrett, like, I'm mad at you. No reach out. Like, he used to text me once in a while. I don't know. Jesus. Oh,
I keep telling him he should be so proud, and he just like waves it off. Like,
No,
whatever, man.
I love it.
Sounds like a good time for a shout out to Josh Wade and Smashing Toledo.
Yeah, man.
You know, Josh at Smashing Toledo, like, sponsors the show. You see that name plastered all over the digital flyers. You guys need any food recommendations ever, smashingtoledo.com. Locations, genres of food, whatever you need. You're sitting there and you're just like stumped for food. Smashingtoledo.com. You'll figure it out. I know you will. Oh my gosh. Farnsworth isn't even on there yet. Well, you're not even open yet. Tomorrow is the day you put that on Smashing Toledo. He's over there cracking up like, I should probably put my own restaurant.
I mean, tomorrow was even the 10th to open there.
Well, I mean,
Not terrible.
you know, we've done quite a few private parties and like, you
I got
know,
to attend one of those and they were so
preview dinners. Yeah, you did get to come, you know.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did, like,
Hell yeah.
because we want your feedback, you know. We trust you and like we want to know how you feel about
I
it.
brought somebody who had no clue about oysters and like, dude, he seen that I post this, that we were doing this tonight here, and he was just like, oh my God, I wish I could come. And I was like, this isn't like doing it downtown at EBW where it's open to the public. This is special. This is a special night. Maybe I roll in with few of my boys tomorrow night. And
No, we hope you do, you know, like, and because you and Josh have been friends for so long, like, we're very grateful that you wanted to help us out with our opening, you know, and do something different. Like, we think this is a great opportunity for us and for the show.
It is. No, it absolutely is. So moving on, sauce number 6. We're breaching the halfway point. This is where things start to get a little spicy.
Well, I need another cordial beverage then,
Who's hooking this boy up with another glass of wine?
or anything,
Or
whatever,
anything. Give him a
whatever you feel like
Hey,
pouring.
Josh, for once in your own restaurant, chop chop.
Oh, dang.
Hey,
Oh,
I did not say that. Are these beautiful things still looking nice?
Look at these.
I
Look at
keep
these.
pulling from one side.
Look at these.
Oh, a jablesse.
Wait, where's the towel?
Thank you, sir.
I thought this was fine dining.
So this is Bonnie Dune. It looks like a rosé, but it's a vin gris, and it's, you know, it's silly. Like, we're gonna have this here. Like, it goes so good with the oysters, man.
Yeah? Yeah, well, we're going to get into that question, too. So this
I'm
sauce...
getting ahead of myself, I
It's okay.
guess.
A lot of people do. And it's cool. It's cool. That makes me know that, like,
If I
I'm
knew
on
the
point with my
questions, then I wouldn't get ahead.
No, it just makes
That's
me
why
feel
we know
good.
it's like,
Yeah,
you know.
it makes me feel good that I'm on point with the questions, because I'm not the greatest interviewer, but we go back to the classics. Like, everybody, like, I'm not gonna say everybody, but everybody resorts to like the classic Tabasco, putting a dash
Everybody
on an
knows
oyster,
it at
right?
least, you know.
There's a Tabasco sign in the corner over here.
Oh yeah,
But
we do. We got
we're going
that for
Tabasco
sure.
habanero.
Ooh, okay.
Have you ever had Tabasco habanero?
I have not.
This goes a little beyond that cayenne. So, it's not Tabasco Scorpion. I took it easy on him today. But this is like one of my favorites. It's got like so much flavor.
I know habanero, how hot they can get.
Habanero is one of my favorite peppers. But the flavor, I can't go back to normal Tabasco. But it's got some heat. It's gonna tag you.
I think that like I'm almost kind of getting off easy because everything tastes good with an oyster.
No, it does. And I made like after like coming
But fuck,
to that.
that's hot. Oh wow.
Yeah, that hits you a
I'm
little bit?
okay. Yeah, I'm okay, but shit, that's pretty warm. Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, that's warm.
I knew you were gonna fucking give me a hard time, but like, We're not even halfway. We're
No,
about
we
halfway.
Yeah, we just broke halfway. We just broke halfway. I told you, this is where we start going up with the heat a little bit.
I mean, at least we're in my realm, so I know how to handle it, you know?
Sweet. A little bit of the comfort zone, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So you're not just oysters, right?
No, of course not. Like,
So
I
what
didn't.
else are we doing?
Oh, here at Farnsworth? Yeah, we're going to have, you know, it's always going to change. We're always going to have something for people that don't eat seafood and meat. You know, may not be a lot, but we're going to have something that's really good.
So will you guys like go like vegetarian, a little vegan, or like?
You know, like we don't want to put
not?
names on anything,
Right.
but like,
I feel that.
you know, we'll put something out there for people that if they're not into oysters, we'll definitely have, you know, maybe a meat dish that rocks your socks. If you're not into meat at all, you're still going to be happy.
Cool.
You know, but we're not doing a lot. Like we'd rather do 10 things perfect than 12 things 8 out of 10. You know what I mean?
I like that. I like that. No 3-page menus here.
No, not at all. And it might change every few days, like depending on what's seasonal. You know?
I dig that a lot.
For
I dig
sure.
that a lot. And you guys are going to focus on some cocktails too, right? Like
Oh,
we just
cocktails
did
is-
some amazing oyster shooters.
So like that's
start
the
to
name
show
of
up.
our place. Like cocktails, it's cocktails and raw bar. That's like what we're trying to do.
I like it.
But we're also not going to have a 10-page cocktail menu. Like we're going to focus on the 6 original cocktails, and we might break it a little and do a little from what they spawn out. But you know, we're going to have a martini. We're going to have an old-fashioned. We're going to have a daiquiri. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to have the originals, but they're going to be different than you've had. You've had them, so you know. But they're going to be different than most people would expect them to be. And I think they'll be pleasantly surprised.
I dig that a lot. I dig that a lot. Like, you just putting a staple on the place. Like,
Yeah, man, like, you know, ice dilution matters, like, how you shake it matters, like, you know, how fast you pour it matters, and, like, it's just the details, you know, like,
dig it.
you know, everything is about the details, like, if you're not doing a lot, just do what you're doing well.
I dig it. I dig it. And that's definitely a good rule to follow. Like, you can walk into like any diner and like order a meatloaf sandwich all the way to like a farmer's omelet, and you guys are gonna.
And it might be the best meatloaf sandwich you've ever had.
It might be.
But
might not be,
but
though.
can they fry an egg perfectly? You know, like they're doing 100 things.
I love how you use that.
You know what I
love
mean?
How you use that. 'Cause,
They're doing 100 things. Like they might make one thing perfectly, but is everything else great? You
Well, I know
know,
that
and I
I'm-
hope it is because we support everybody. Don't get it twisted. Like we want everybody to succeed. We're not trying to take a piece of the pie. We just want to make the pie bigger.
No,
we
and-
want everybody to love us and support us just like we support them.
I
you
dig
know?
that. I dig that. And you guys, I think you guys are different enough to like hold a different piece of that pie, right? Like there's a ton of different pieces of the pie, right? And you guys just own your own section of that, and like
We
you're
don't
gonna be
even
different.
want a section. We just want to make it bigger and everybody be happy, just like we are. You know.
I feel it.
You know.
feel it.
And we might not be everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. We're not that big. You know, if you don't like what we're doing, like I'm sorry. I wish I could help you, and I promise I will try. If you come in and you don't like what we have, I will make sure that you have a good time.
You're either gonna like the food, or you're gonna like the cocktails, or you're gonna like all three of them.
It's impossible to not like the cocktail.
No, the
That's
cocktail- dude,
impossible.
Dude, the old fashioned like I had like during the little special event was bar none one of the best old fashions I
Next
ever had.
level.
It was super dope. Introduced me to a couple wines. You guys are gonna have a couple.
Yeah,
wines,
so that's what
like-
I've been drinking, the
Yeah.
Bonnie Dew, and like, you know, like
This isn't like hard to get. Like
No.
it's not stupid expensive.
it's not expensive, it's very accessible. It's old world though in, you know, Cali, and you know, they're just nerding out on really cool stuff, and it is amazing, you know. It just goes so well with what we're doing.
Awesome. All right, you ready for?
Oh man, like yeah, I
number
guess
7?
I guess I'm kind of behind at the times.
It's all right. It's all right. We get comfortable in
I
this
mean,
show.
well, so we just get talking about what I'm passionate about, and I forgot that we have to shove hot sauce down our gullets.
Dude's just shucking oysters right here. He's like, huh? What? Click, 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 click,
Were
click.
you speaking to me?
No. You want me to speak
I
to you?
missed the garbage cans. You hear it?
I did. It's awesome.
Watch it.
It's awesome.
Yikes.
Kind of,
At least the oyster's perfect.
oyster items. Apparently the steaks did fantastic.
Yeah. With the little roasted garlic and the jalapeno
Whoa.
thing on
I mean,
top.
like,
So if you
it is like better than fantastic. And like, I'm like kind of worried about it because we're not trying to be a steakhouse, you know? Like, we don't want people to come in just for the steak. Like, we want you to try everything that we're doing. You know, that's why we're not doing entrees. We're doing shared plates. We're doing hot and cold dishes, you know. Nobody gets 2 entrees, but for the table, you order everything.
Share.
You share it all.
Share it all.
And it's great.
It's a community table, right?
I mean, but I promise you, if you do get what we're doing with steak, you're going to be like, wow, like, that's stupid good.
This is super garlicky. This is locally made Skeet's Heat.
Skeet's Heat, okay.
Peaches and Scream. There's no peaches in there. It's like a peach reaper and some Starscream scorpion or something, or maybe it's a peach scorpion and a Starscream.
Quit saying big words with fire.
This tastes good. It's a lot of garlic. It's got a lot of heat too. That I love with oysters.
I've not disliked any of them with oysters. Like, I think this is almost like the perfect setting to do the hot sauces. And like I said, I'm definitely biased, but I thought this was gonna be a lot harder on. Oh, that's fucking hot! Wow. I'm gonna actually drink some of this beautiful
Absolutely.
almond milk now. Wow. Oh, that's definitely hot, but
This is where we start.
but nothing like tastes. Everything tastes so good with the oyster.
Let's talk a little more about the oysters. Like I love this. Like how
Yeah,
many?
so I love to wax intellectual about oysters. I promise you that.
Where are the oysters from? Like, where do you get the oysters? How many different oysters are there? Like,
So there's
go into
only
this.
5 species total of oysters in the world. So we have the Boulogne, that's the European flat. They're big, flat, grow in Europe. Then we have the Virginica, which is the East Coast style oyster. So pretty much everything from Prince Edward Island all the way to New Orleans is a Virginica. And that's pretty much what we're used to here. Wow, that's hot. Here and, when you go down to, have a fun time in the South, you get Virginicas.
Okay.
The West Coast, so they can grow Pacifics, which are originally a Japanese-style oyster. They can grow Kumamotos. Wow. I'm sorry. That kind of gave me a... Kumamotos they come from the Kumamoto prefecture of Japan, but they grow very well in the Oakland Bay up to Puget Sound. And they are a very melony cucumber. They're a very favorite oyster of people that know.
Sure.
And then the Olympias, they only grow in the Puget Sound, and they are the size of a quarter, but they taste like a penny. They're very minerally.
Oh,
But it takes like 5 years to grow, even to the size of a quarter.
no kidding.
Yeah, so they're extremely hard to grow. They almost went extinct until a couple of companies started saying hey, we're not going to let them go extinct. We're going to spend the time and money.
So are you even allowed to farm them and eat them?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
And only one company, Taylor, who I worked for, was doing it for a long time, and now other companies are starting. So they're getting more robust. They're coming back, but they're still only like 2 or 3 months a year you get them. And when you get them, they're 5-6 years old, and you know, they're this big and cost like $6. And like,
Yeah.
We chew our oysters. We want to taste them, but those ones, like, you could almost lose them because they're that small.
Sure. Done.
So like they're a very special thing. Like, I'm glad they're not extinct. And then so the West Coast can grow the East Coast style Virginicas in one inlet. So it's called Totten Inlet, and they can grow the Virginicas, and honestly, sometimes they win best Virginicas in the world.
Oh.
It's just so with wine, it's all about the ground. It's all about where it's grown. It's called terroir. With oysters, it's merroir. So it's like the water. It's like where the oysters are at, and so the Virginicas are different all the way down the coast because of the merroir. And so when they grow the Virginicas on the West Coast, they taste way different than the East Coast. So people are very surprised with how they taste, and they win. So yeah, man, like
What are you guys going to focus on here? Are you guys going to do a little bit of everything?
Oh yeah, no, we're doing everything. We're doing East, we're doing West. We're gonna get stuff from Japan. Like, we're gonna do whatever we can. But right now, we definitely have a very good connection with some West Coast farms that we're getting, faster than we can get from distributors. We're going straight to farmer, and we're very blessed to have that. That's what we're eating tonight, is these blue pools, these Tide Tumbled, and you can tell, like, you can taste the liquor, you can tell it's so fresh,
So fresh, so fresh.
They're beautiful.
Got
like
that ocean briny, like, yumminess. Like, it takes me to the beach on these.
Yeah, exactly. They're
So
great.
From the
Awesome.
peanut gallery, we tried them before the camera rolled. They were absolutely fantastic.
Peanut Gallery
Who
loves
said?
them.
Oh yeah, thanks, Peanut.
Peanut Gallery. All right, so
I'm still like fucking. That's why I didn't want to do another one, because I was like, oh, I'm still burning, you asshole. I know, like, I know how much time we got. We're already.
Now's where you're at the verse of each other, because
I'm just gonna keep cracking.
but
I'm gonna crack a few.
it's not like before where you go to the next week.
I know.
I gotta wait for them.
I was kind of like waiting and like going through, like letting like.
Thinking of us.
I mean, I'm popping some toppies.
I love it.
I'm getting a little wet over here, but as long as it's not showing bad on camera, I don't really care too much right now.
Josh says just make sure it's cleaned up by the time you guys open tomorrow.
Hey, bud.
Wow. Wow.
Are you his proxy?
Oh,
Oh wait, Josh says he's gonna sweep it up.
No, I'm gonna sweep and mop. I got this. I just wish he was taking the last 3 for me.
Actually, he's being smart. He's opening them all right now.
I know, because after the bomb, he's not moving. He's not.
No, yeah, exactly. Like,
6 oysters.
like after that last one, I was like, all right, this is actually getting serious. Like,
I tried to warn you.
you did, no, and I appreciate it. You were very honest, and you warned me, and I took it seriously, but I also, like, I knew this was gonna be shit for me.
Oysters, like, wow,
Wow.
wow.
No, this is
I
like,
can't even open beers this fast. Like,
this is slow. This is like, I just want them to look perfect for the camera. I could go a lot faster,
I
bud.
appreciate it. He just boop, 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 boop. I can't even open Heineken's this fast. Like, I don't even know.
He was worried I was gonna put a knife in my hand. I'm worried that they're not gonna look perfect for the cam.
Oh no, they look great. They look fucking.
Oh, I know. I wouldn't put them up there.
So
I don't serve them unless they look great. If there's shell, if there's a rip, if there's dirt, I'll either eat it or throw it in the garbage can, and that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
Because they're
sure.
expensive. I'm not wasting that shit.
No, and they lived, right? So,
All right, so what is this one?
we got 3 sauces left. This is the Bomb Beyond Insane, or this is the Bomb Revolution.
Oh, God.
Just be careful with this one.
It's such a wide mouth.
I don't think I've ever told anybody to be careful with this one, but I'm telling you.
Now's about the time I tell you should watch your eyes.
Can I use my knife to just put a little on it?
You can do whatever you want. Like, I'm not going to be mad at you. Like, this experience has been amazing so far. Like,
I've never done that in public.
don't forget, Farnsworth opens
Oh, he went for it. He just did it.
tomorrow, 5 o'clock, till 10.
Woo!
Oh, this guy.
That is really fucking hot. Wow.
That's the first time that somebody beat Rob to the punch on that one.
No.
Sometimes it's do it or don't. I didn't want to think about it. Fuck. Holy shit. Yeah, buddy. So we open tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, we might open tomorrow. We might not have an oyster shucker. I might be on the toilet. Like, what do you need? 2 dozen? Yeah, let me. I'll be there in a minute.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding. No. Oh wow, that's very hot.
Yeah, this is only gonna bother you for like the first couple hours. Of the morning,
I haven't
promise
really
you.
like gotten into this almond milk. I need to.
Yeah, get it. So we're stepping away from like the normal questions. What is your off the head reaction if I tell you I'm gonna Foshnot your pink peach ring?
I mean, like, how much are you paying me?
Oh shit.
I don't know what that question means. But like, no, I've never heard that sentence in my life. The fuck did you just say to me, guy?
I was gonna Foshnot your peach ring.
I mean,
It's completely harmless, I promise.
fair. I hope. And
Blind to people.
All right, we'll go.
What?
Back. Yeah, I know.
What?
I love it. So Foshnot is kind of like the Pennsylvania Dutch.
sure, yeah.
We all know what a peach ring is, right? It's like that little gummy.
Yeah,
like,
the
peach
gummy,
thing.
yeah.
So we're just gonna party with your peach ring. That's all.
I mean,
That's
like,
all.
that's still, even when you explained it, it still sounds a little fucking naughty.
No, right? I had this discussion with somebody earlier today. It was like, peach ring sounds so weird. Like, so like we combined it with a couple things that were going on this
Whoa.
month. And
Yeah.
I just thought I would like
So,
approach you with that.
I've been on the YouTube one. I was on the
crying
Facebook
over
chat
there.
watching it. By the way, Adam Prozac.
Yeah, that's my buddy. He's got a pop-up in Michigan right now. The Fatted Calf. They're doing Greek food in Traverse City.
He popped me up like 3 times. He's like,
Yeah, shout out.
Read this to him. So,
What'd he say?
he said, I need my best bud, Joshy boy, to know I'm in the audience and loving the scene. So good right now. And then he wrote, behind the scenes guy, read it to Josh for you, please. And then, for real bud, he's going to be tickled pink if you shout out that his best bud, Adam, is shouting out.
Well, that was like 3 shout-outs in one, and I'm so excited. Yeah, shout out to Adam, shout out to Ty for your pop-up, the Fatted Calf. You guys are doing great stuff. Like, Ty's like a musician, like he doesn't even cook, and Adam is like got a other job, but he's a great chef. And they're just doing pop-ups for fun and giving Northern Michigan, which has like a very small food scene, they're like blowing their minds just for fun. Like they don't even care about the money. They're doing it for fun, and their stuff is silly good.
Yeah, and you said he was doing like Greek.
Yeah, like a lot of like Greek like traditional stuff. They're also doing like only farm stuff from up there in Michigan. Yeah, man, like they're amazing.
You said way up there, right? Traverse
Yeah,
City,
like
right?
way up there, like top of the pops in Michigan. Like
That's dope.
Yeah,
That's
man.
dope. That's super.
That's why I
dope.
haven't seen them too much because they're so far. Like they both said they're about to quit their jobs and come work here just because they kept seeing my posts about it.
Oh,
I'm
snap.
like, well, I don't know if I need two long-haired boys at the bar right now, but I couldn't say no because you're both so fucking good at what you do.
Shave your head.
So, thanks for shouting us out, boys. Like,
No, that's
cheers.
awesome. Thanks for watching, you guys. Like, that's amazing. That's amazing. We only got 2 more to go.
Good, thank God.
2 + 1.
Well, we can.
All right, so which ones are which? Like,
All right, I don't
let's fucking do them.
You choose the damn oysters. I'll choose the damn hot sauce. I don't know. This one could go either way. Like, I picked.
The oysters are already popped, so all I gotta do is like put it down my face now.
This was either like dumb hot or like it was like I didn't know. Like, and it was so.
I'm
early
gonna
this
watch what
morning.
you do so I don't fucking hurt myself.
Somebody listen.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Don't do that. Don't do
okay, no, yeah, I'm
Don't
not.
do that.
Yeah, no.
Oh
Do as
shit!
I say, don't do as I do.
Heard.
Not like half that.
I was scared just by like the half drop.
By the way, real quickly while you're doing that, Adam Brozak said, see you at the end of March. Got a whole week to hang, and it's officially on the schedule.
Oh, dope.
So he is still watching you, buddy.
Oh, that wasn't bad.
Thanks, bud. Like, yeah, of course, we love to see you down here. That's gonna be my birthday week. I was gonna go to Vegas, but if you're coming here, like, let's fucking do it.
Oh, that's hot, but that's not that.
No, that's fucking hot. That's hot. Fuck.
So,
Fuck.
if for some reason you went back to Seattle, what brings you back to Toledo? What's that one restaurant? What's the one food?
Woo! Oh shit, that's hot. The one restaurant that I like in
The
Toledo,
one piece of food.
Element 112.
Element 112. Love you guys. They're in fucking Sylvania.
Woo!
Bringing this guy back
Holy
to
shit, that's hot.
Seattle, other than I'm stuttering. Stuttering.
Oh my fuck. No good. Wow, that's hot. Can we be done soon?
This one, you ready?
Yeah,
It's a
yep.
Super easy question. Super easy question. You ready?
Yeah.
This is from Josh himself too. This is Josh's
Oh
fault.
my god.
This is Josh's fault. You ready?
As much fun as I was. This is hot. Oh, my face. Can I get some more of this thing?
Yeah, give me some more milk. Give me some more milk. Thank you.
I'm not a bitch. I am a bitch for this fucking hot sauce. Oh, God.
How much you want? You want a full
Oh, yeah, no, whatever. Yeah, no, good, good. That's
right.
plenty. Wow, this is fucking hot. Oh, my face is burning.
This one's almost done. Josh, 2 seasons. Josh brought this back from the Pepper Palace in Sarasota.
I still can't get it.
Blame your boss on this one.
I don't want any more. This is the last one?
Last one.
+1.
No.
You guys can come do the waltz.
Hey,
That's
You
my
guys
favorite
come.
waltz.
we'll come do the last that you shuck. We'll come do that Waltz Fish Market on the last one.
Please. Yeah, because I don't want any more after
Tell
this.
you what, let's go do it right now.
Yeah, come on camera, you boys. All right, fuck.
We're gonna he's gonna shuck some more. Oh, then cheers. No, he's got 2 shucks.
There's 2 shoved right. Oh, fuck.
That was so hot.
Why? Who eats that for, like, pleasure?
It's so hot.
The
Anybody
man,
who-
the myth, the only reason I stayed in Ohio.
Right there.
My guy.
Holy,
Mr.
wow,
Mr.
who
Wade,
eats that for
Smashing Toledo,
fun?
Mr. Farnsworth, right there.
No.
And then my behind the scenes
Ouch.
guy, my co-producer, Mr. Adam Weiss. You've seen him on other episodes.
So good.
Yeah,
I
that's
love me some waltz.
Waltz habanero is my jam.
Lots.
Oh,
This is your moment. Call out. Who do you think should do my next episode?
Josh's wife, Emily.
Oh, that
Oh,
Whoa.
oh,
Big call out.
Whoa.
oh! Cheers to that, Emily. Called out.
She's put enough work in here. She needs to burn her face off.
Wow. I love it.
Love it.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, man.
Oh fuck.
10 shells up, 10 shells down. Dude, you made it through Sample the Heat. I appreciate you and your.
Thanks for having me.
Sport.
This just popped off again. Does it matter at this point?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Ah, my face.
Episode 7 in the books. Farnsworth. You can enjoy this place starting tomorrow at 5 o'clock till 10 o'clock. You guys, Tuesday through
Saturday.
through Saturday, 5 to 10.
No Sunday, no Monday for now.
Yeah, give these guys a break.
Dinner hours.
Farnsworth and Waterville. It's the old Farnsworth Bank. As soon as you come off the trail, like it's right there on the corner on the left-hand side. 5 o'clock tomorrow. Oysters, cocktails, everything else. Like this place is beautiful.
Open tomorrow. Come see me.
Come see him at least, so it makes it tonight worth it.
Oh God.
By the way, mention Sample the Heat tomorrow.
Sample the heat always. Oh God. Always sample the heat.
Yes. Like, repost, share, sample the heat. Go get the gear. Come to Farnsworth. Enjoy this new restaurant.
Please show up. You might be